Good morning, warriors. Hope everybody's gearing up for a great Thursday. Today, like we do every morning at 8 a.m., we're going to be talking about a subject within the warrior journey. And these are really exciting. I started reading an amazing book called The Obstacle is the Way by a gentleman by the name of Ryan Holiday. And this book really spoke to everything that we stand for here at the Warrior Academy and the Warrior Principles. And it's all about how we can use struggle, adversity to grow and to learn from. And as I was doing more research on Ryan Holiday and the studies that he's done, and again, none of this information he got himself. He like all great things in life, you find people that are doing things really well, and you shamelessly copy the hell out of them. And the people that he shamelessly copied the hell out of are some pretty incredible people, and that's Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and some of the great Greek philosophers and Roman emperors back in that time. So what we're going to be focused on is this book here called The Daily Stoic. It's 366 meditations on wisdom, perseverance, and the art of living. So every day we're going to be talking about a different subject, a different course in this book, giving us an opportunity to just kind of set ourselves up for success for the day, and opportunity for us to share at the end of the day kind of things that we've learned and focused on. So today's section that we're going to be talking about comes from the problem solving section within the book. And the title of this section is Life is a Battlefield. It's Greek to me. That must be Andrew, my main man, Andrew Pappas, right? There's Mark from Cincinnati. What's up, my fellow dragon slaying warrior? Mark and I served on the fire department together, and Andrew and I were both politicians together, which I think in some ways was more dangerous than being a firefighter. But let's go ahead and jump into today's lesson about life as a battlefield. It starts with a quote from Epictetus when one of his books called Discourses, and it says, "Don't you know that life is like a military campaign? One must serve on watch, another in reconnaissance, and another on the front line. So for us, each person's life is kind of like a battle, and a long and varied one too. You must keep watch like a soldier, do everything commanded. You have been stationed in a key post, not some lowly place, and not for a short time, but for life." So this section really speaks to me because, again, I agree. It is life is a battlefield. The writer Robert Greene often uses the phrase "as in war, so as in life." And this is worth keeping close because our life, again, is a battle both literally and figuratively. For those of us that have chosen to take that warrior way, for those of us that have chosen the path into entrepreneurship or maybe making a major life change, it really can be a battle. And as a species, we fight and survive on this planet indifferent. The fight and the survival on this planet is indifferent to our survival. So the planet doesn't care about you and me. We have to fight for everything that's out there. And as humans, we have evolved and changed to kind of put ourselves on the top of the food chain, if you will. But if you found yourself right in the middle of the jungles or in Africa or something like that, we're not at the top of the food chain. The planet doesn't care about you and me. That lion's going to eat us because they look at us as either a threat or as a food source. So we need to figure out a way to how do we survive as a species, and not just survive, but to thrive. So even inside of our own bodies, there's a battle going on. The bacteria inside of us is literally eating us from the inside out. And there's other different things, that homeostasis that occurs within our body that keeps that bacteria in check. For example, the acids in your stomach, if they were able to pierce the lining of your stomach, you would be dead very, very quickly. And so that's one of the ways that thinking about the battle is not just us living on the outside, but also inside. So one area that you look at is this concept of to live is to fight. And it really is. You're fighting for every breath of air. You're fighting to make it across the street. You're fighting to get people to show up on time for work. You're fighting to get your vendors to pay you money. You're fighting your ex or your spouse to be able to, coordinate time with your kids or whatever else. So today, let's talk about the goals that we can really fight with. Fighting against impulses, fighting to be the person we want to be, and what are those attributes that are necessary? Well, for those of you who've read Warrior Entrepreneur, these are a lot of the same ones that I talked about in the book. And again, I didn't make these up. These have been around for a while. And those attributes are discipline, fortitude, courage, clear-headedness, selfishness, selflessness, not selfishness, sorry, I mispronounced that, sacrifice. Now, the opposite is also true. What are those ones that lose wars? And that is cowardice, rashness, disorganization, overconfidence, weakness, and selfishness. So as in war, these attributes really come into our life. So everyone, I want you to have a great Thursday. We're going to jump back again later this afternoon, early evening, kind of talk about how the day went. Hopefully some of you will share some lessons specifically around how life is a battlefield. Before we wrap up, if anybody wants to jump in real quick and share something that they have found around life as a battlefield, or maybe some lessons that they've learned. I'm still trying to figure out how we can get us on a video together. So for right now, we're going to have to just deal with the chat phase. But if anybody wants to put something in via chat, go ahead and jump on right now. And actually, I think I found a way we can do this. I'm going to, if you look in the messenger field, you're going to see a link here. And if you want to just go ahead and click on that link, for those of you still there, that should allow you to jump on screen on cam with me if that's something you want to do, and share a story or something they'd like to talk about life being a battlefield. I'm going to read this one more time because I think it was a really good thing. Doritos are my battlefield. I agree. Once you eat one, you can't stop. Yeah, Doritos are awesome. Are you a Cool Ranch guy or the original one? Let's see. So anyway, today's discussion, again, is life is a battlefield. The quote comes from Epictetus, and it says, "Don't you know that life is like a military campaign? One must serve on watch, another in reconnaissance, and another on the front lines." So for each of us, and each person's life is kind of like a battle, and a long and varied battle too. You must keep watch like a soldier and do everything commanded. You have been stationed in a key post, not some lowly place, and not for a short time, but for life. So again, thinking about that and what we can do. Again, anybody that wants to click on that link that I just put on there, that should allow you to come on screen with everybody. If not, we'll go ahead and wrap up for today here in the next few minutes. And hopefully see everybody back this early evening, afternoon. All you've got to do is just check the Warrior Academy Facebook page for information on our next get-together. Also want to remind everybody, December 12th is the big announcement that we're going to be gearing up for. The team over here at Warrior Academy has been working for over a year. We've got people from Australia, people from the country of Georgia, obviously several people here in the U.S. that have been all feverishly working over the last year to announce this very exciting program that's going to start December 12th. So please be sure to tune in before then. And when we finally all get together on December 12th, we'll have an opportunity to launch this exciting new program and be able to share more details with everybody. So with that, enjoy your Doritos, my friend. Have a great day. Mark, good to see your name pop up there, and invite some of your friends. Let's try to build this community out a little bit more. Have a great day, Warriors. Remember, life's a battlefield.